YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. What's going on? Let me straighten out this. Get this light straightened out. Wide guy, what's going on? You first, man. Big money. Me? Big money? Sheldon. Sheldon. Your name sounds familiar. Did you send me an email? Yeah, man, what's going on? Javon, what's going on? Fat boy. Fat boy, you used to be on RTI? You be on RTI chat room, man? I need to log on. I ain't been on there in a minute. I've been through a couple phones and I forgot to put the app back on my phone. But y'all gotta excuse the noise. I'm getting loaded. But yeah, man, I wanted to show y'all something, man. It's crazy. In the last couple weeks, I must have got like 3-4 bolts in my tire. And none of them has cost me money. This bolt here. See that? You can see the imprint where the screw was. I just sat it there to take pictures of it. And that bolt, it didn't pierce the inner lining of the tire. So it almost cost me $400. But you know, God was watching me today. So he was just like, you know what? Don't spend $400 today. Go ahead and keep that $400. I caught a bolt last week. This bolt, I'm trying to find something. The bolt, I should have took a picture of it. I was at a Circle K fueling up. And you know, we guys, we in trucking, we while we fueling up, we do a pre-trip on a truck while we fueling up. So I put the nozzles into the fuel tanks. I open my hood up, take a look at the motor, check the oil, walk around the truck, you know, kick the tires, make sure everything works. It's a midday pre-trip, okay? You know, that's the easiest time to do a pre-trip because you're fueling, you standing there, you might as well go ahead and pre-trip the truck. So I'm walking around the truck, and I walk up on the passenger side, and I see this long bolt sticking out of the tire. Well, it wasn't sticking out, but it was like the top of it was sticking out the top of the tire like that. I'm trying to find something that looks like the size of that bolt. I would say, here's my depth gauge. Any of y'all in trucking, this is a depth gauge right here. So you put this in the tread of the truck, or you put this into the tread of the tire, and it'll tell you how many this light, it'll tell you how many 30 seconds of tread that you have on your tire. I like this little tool. It's a cool little tool. But I would say the bolt was probably about like this. It was probably about like that. I could have, when I opened up my side box and I pulled my I opened my side box and I got my grip, my vice grips. Now with the vice grips, you gotta, you know, finesse it a little bit to get a good grip on it. So, you know, I adjusted my vice grips and then I locked it down and I'm pulling on the bolt, pulling on it. I mean, I thought maybe the bolt was that much. Man, I pulled, it was about this much of bolt that came out the tire. It was about that much, that long. I'm pulling on the bolt, pulling on the bolt. It just keep going, it just keep going. And like, say this the top of the tire, right? Say this the top of the tire, and I'm pulling the boat, pulling the boat, pulling it, I'm pulling it, I'm pulling it. I'm like, man. While I'm pulling, you know, I put a little spit, you know, I spit on my finger, and I put a little spit on the hole. As I'm pulling, I was like, man, I knew I was going to buy a tire. Because the size of that bolt, I knew if I take it somewhere, they probably, no, we can't plug it. You have to buy a new tire. So I'm pulling the bolt, and about this much of bolt come out of that tire. I forgot what I did with the bolt. I think I put it in the garbage or something. I should have kept it. I should have did a video right then and there. I'm pulling on the bolt, pulling on it, and this much came out, man. It's crazy. And I put a little spit on the hole, ain't no air come out of the hole. I was like, wow. God was watching me today. God was watching me that day. Because I was for sure that I was going to be buying a tire. I was for sure I was going to be buying a tire. But I guess the angle of the tread and how the bolt was angled, I guess it didn't pierce the inner lining of the tire or whatever. So I got lucky with that one. I got real lucky. It was some kind of, I think it was like a piece of an Allen wrench or something. I don't know, but yeah, I got lucky with that one. Then before that one, I caught a bolt. And the bolt that I pulled out, no, it wasn't a bolt. It was a nail. I don't know. We be out here in trucking. We go to these gravel lots. We go to these gravel lots, right? And we go to these places. We be on the highway. We go through construction zones and all this. You got a good chance of picking up a bolt, man. You might pick up a bolt. You don't know what you running over. You pick up a boat and you be dropping $400 on the tire. But I've been meaning to do a video because I put the spare tire rack on my trailer. So it's big enough to carry 2 spare tires. So it's good. So I got 1 spare on there. So you don't want to get caught on the side of the road or out where, you know, you need a tire, and one of these service guys out here, they'll gouge you on the tire. They'll charge you $1,000 for a tire. So you try to do the best you can to limit the amount of money you'll spend out here. So I got my spare tire rack on there. But it's just funny, man. It's just funny. Fat Boy the Trucker. Yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping by, man. What's going on? Sheldon. Yeah, that might have been you. I remember going through my emails asking about establishing an LLC. Yeah. Zello. Fat Boy, you don't know what Zello is? Zello is it's an app that you use to it's basically a digital CB radio, if you can think of it like that. It's a 2018 digital CB radio. So like, download the app, man. It's a lot of truck drivers on there. It's a couple truck driver rooms. You got RTI. That's a room I used to be in a lot. You got Party Row. You got YTTA. I don't know if that room is still up because I heard LaShawn Parks took that room down. But you know, guys, we just get in the room and you can chat back and forth. This is fun, man. Check it out. Zello. Zello. It's an app. You download it. It's got a big round button in it, and you can. It's like a walkie-talkie, a digital walkie-talkie for your phone, and like you can get into these chat rooms and you can just socialize with people. It's fun, man. If you don't know what Zello is about, check it out. It's real fun. It's a bunch of trucking rooms on there. It's rooms on there for any kind of thing that you into. And like, I stopped going on there because folk be serious about their rooms, man. Like, folk just real serious. It just be, you got grown men in these rooms that just act like a bunch of kids, man. I don't got no time for it. Like, I go in there and chit chat and shoot the shit, but some guys real serious about their rooms, man. They making like, they actually making money off this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, really? It's like, what are y'all? These guys just be just petty stuff. Grown men, you know, just real petty stuff. Me personally, man, if you ain't paying my bills and hurting my business or nothing, I really don't care what you got to say. I really don't even care. You just talking, you know. Folk just be talking. Folk be getting hot and heated, and you know, folk be banning people from rooms and stuff just because you got an opinion, you got a difference in opinion. And we all drivers, man, and we all got CDLs in our pocket, you know. We all on the same. It's just, I just stopped going in there. But besides all that, it's fun. It's fun. So it's fun. But let me see what y'all talking about. But I don't really got much to talk about, man. You know, I don't really have much to talk about. I thought I'd do a live feed for y'all, just, you know, to check in with y'all and stuff. I'm sitting up here getting loaded. Excuse me, y'all. I ain't mean to yawn in y'all face. My bad. Let's see. What he talking about? Tavon say he in Georgia on I-20 West at Welcome Center. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just came from over there yesterday, coming through Alabama. All that, they had the lanes shut down to like one lane, right when you cross over to Alabama, cross into Georgia, man. Hey, 44, call me when you get 515. Yeah, man, Gene, man, you can email me at jhtrucking45@gmail.com. Let me see, what he talking about? Do that dry van pay the same amount as reefer since you spend less time getting loaded? No, it don't. I don't think it does. Because with reefer, you know, I think over time, because I know guys that do 10, 15K a week with a reefer, and these are well-seasoned guys, you know, so these guys had the authority 4, 5, 10 years, you know what I mean? So they don't even go on the broker boards. They got relationships with shippers, and they got relationships with brokers that these loads don't even hit the load boards. You know what I mean? So a lot of the freight that be on the load boards, those are shit garbage loads. But it's freight. It pays, but it don't pay what the freight supposed to pay. And a lot of guys think $2, $2.50 a mile is good. You know, I mean, you can make it on $2 or $2.50 a mile, but when the freight pays $4 or $5 a mile, you should be getting $3.50 a mile or something like that. Or, you know, when the load pays $5 a mile, you should be getting $3.50, $4 a mile, you know, and let the broker make $1 a mile. But when the broker is making 60-70% profit margin, you know, that's, you know, I mean, yeah, reefer does pay, but I think it don't pay. I don't see. The thing is, guys trying to rush to the money. A lot of guys ain't trying to put their time in. They think they just gonna get their authority in 30 days. They're gonna be making $15K a week. No. I know that. You know, I know that. Like, I know guys with a drive-in making 7, 8K a week, 9K a week, but I'm not expecting to make that kind of money because I'm not expecting to make that kind of money because my authority is not even a year old yet. You know, I got maybe 100 and some change. I got about 4 months. I got about 4 or 5 months on my authority, and like, I know I'm not gonna get them rates. I know I'm not gonna get them rates on a steady basis. Every blue moon, I grab a load, paying very, very well, but on a steady basis, no. It's just no. I'm not expecting to get, you know, like I might hit a load going 300 miles for $1,300, $1,400, $1,500, but that'll be maybe 1 or 2 loads in a week. To make Monday through Friday to hit 13, 14, 1,500 on 300 miles every day, I'm not there yet. I don't think I'm there yet. And I'm not expecting to be there. And like, a lot of guys expect a lot out the gate, and they're not even trying to put their time in. It's like, okay, just like, guys don't understand. You got to build a business. You're a fresh business. Nobody knows who you are. You coming out here with your truck and trailer. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. And you out here trying to make 10K a week. No. You just got to take your time, man. Like, you know, it's the same thing with anything. You got to put your time in. I don't care if you standing on the corner, you selling drugs. You got to put your time in. In order to get to the connect, or in order to become a distributor, you got to work up to that. You got to earn your trust. You got to earn your keep. And a lot of guys, they be trying to like come out here, go get a truck and trailer and make all the money in 30 days. No, man, you're going to have to put your time in. Your first year, 2, 3 is going to be a grind. And that's just what it is. And the guys don't want to hear that. They just want to go get the truck and trailer. Okay, I got my authority. Now what? I ain't making 10K a week. Of course you're not. It's going to take you a couple years. It's this little thing called work. You got to put the work in. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I thought they was done loading me. I think they're done, but I don't know. I see them back there talking. But, yeah, man, you got to put your work in. And some guys get it and some guys don't. And, you know, I get a few emails from guys kind of, you know, ragging me about, man, I did this. Man, I did this and that. I did this and that. And I'm only making $1,200 a week. I thought you said I'm going to make $1,800 a week. Man, that's not my fault, man. It's something that you're not doing or doing. Like, but yeah, man, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on. How much you have to pay the IRS? After going through my books, I'm probably looking at maybe $5,000 or $6,000, something like that. If you do your paperwork right, and your because so far I think I paid in about 11,000 into you know, with my estimated tax. Because last year was about 8 or 9,000. I got like a little bit of return back because I overpaid, but this year for some reason I got more expenses this year. I think with the startup with the authority, I wrote some of that stuff off, and some stuff that I had to spend on my rental property, and some other things I was able to write off. So I got a little bit more expenses this year. So I'm probably gonna get a little bit more money back. But like, I bump into guys, they be like, man, I had, you know, they saying I had to pay 15,000, 20,000. That's a little high. When you got your own business, that's a little high, especially in trucking, because you can write off so much stuff. You know, when you start writing off stuff, your taxable income should be right around 40,000, somewhere in there. You know, because if you factor in per diem and a few other things, and your personal write-offs and stuff like that as a driver, you probably looking at a good $25,000 worth of deductions. You know, that's after you done took the business deductions, and what you pay taxes on. You know, you can get that taxable income down to about 35,000, 40,000. Now you're gonna have to pay taxes on 35,000, 40,000. That's like $5,000 or $6,000. You know what I'm saying? But that's, you know, you just gotta learn how to do your taxes, man. That's just what it is. Let's see. Falcon Transportation. Hey man, what's going on? Yeah, Milkman, what's going on? I'm telling the truth today, Milkman. What city I'm in today? I'm in Spartanburg, South Carolina right now. Spartanburg, South Carolina. Gene Williamson said 2 years need an insurance company that's cheap. Hey, OOIDA. Try to tell guys, go to OOIDA. Milkman, I'm a liar. Willis, I appreciate your videos. Long time listening. Keep it up. But yeah, man, if y'all want to know how to do your IFTA taxes, I just did a IFTA taxes video yesterday. So you can go back in my catalog. I thought I heard somebody knocking on the truck. But yeah, man, I made a IFTA video yesterday. So if you think about getting your authority, or if you already got your authority and you want to know how to do IFTA taxes, it's easy. So you just got to figure it out, you know, what state you in. Just figure out which state you in. If you're in Alabama, you just go to the Alabama RP website, or the Alabama tax, and, you know, Alabama state revenue website. You create an IFTA account, and you pay your IFTA taxes. Easy. If you're in Mississippi, Texas, Florida, New York, California, you know, all these states got, they have IFTA programs. So, you know, you go on those state sites, you create an account, you get your IFTA number, and you log on to the site, and then you pay your IFTA taxes. Simple as that, you know. You know, from what y'all's, you know, if you watch the video, I'm showing y'all, you get your report off your ELD, and you just go down the list. Boop, 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 and you pay your taxes. It's easy. Running your authority ain't that hard. New House, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on, New House? What's going on? New House. I made an IFTA video, man, showing you how to do your IFTA. I know Traveloco, they charge $75 to do your IFTA. You know, I know Snyder, they charge $50 a year. They charge an admin fee. They charge $50 a year at Snyder. $50 a year ain't too bad, but $75 a quarter on top of your IFTA, like, so my IFTA was like $84 and some change. So if I would have been at Traveloco, I would have paid $84 plus 75. So it would have been like $190 or something like that. Maybe like $160, yeah, $160 or something like that. 160, what, 80, yeah, probably about $160 or something. So I'm thinking like, man, and like it only took me what, 10-15 minutes to do them IFTAs. So like, you know, we talking about $75 a quarter. That's $300 a year. $300, that's a tire. You know, we in trucking, man. We in a penny business. We in a penny business. You know, we running down the road making these pennies. We are in a penny business. We got to watch every penny. Some guys be like, oh, just $75. Okay. Okay. When you look at all your expenses in the year, them $75, $20, $10, $15 this and that, $15 this and that, $75 for this and $60 for that, and $55 for this and $20 for this. That stuff start adding up. Before you know it, you done got $5,000 in expenses on little gotchas here and there. And just because you like, oh, just $75, don't worry about it. Okay. You know? Lamar say those coast-to-coast produce loads pay great. Yeah, I heard about those. I've heard guys making 10 grand to run 10K, 11, 12K to go from California to Florida. I was in the Zello room. I was in the RTI room. There's a couple guys that run California to Florida making 10, 11, 12K running loads from California, you know, oranges and produce and whatnot. I talked to a guy, he pulled a seafood load that paid very well. He said the load paid about $13,000-14,000 to run a load of seafood, shrimp, fish, and stuff like that. You know, he said that he had to sit about 3-4 days down in Miami waiting on that load. But yeah, but the load pays good, you know. You can, that's a vacation right there. You know, you can go down there and chill and, you know, wait for the load to get ready and do your thing. Dry Bone, what's going on? Alex. Oh, your drug consortium called you? Oh yeah, that's good, man. You are on your way. You are on your way. Yeah, Alex sent me an email. He said that Alex Express said that he put down $700 a month with OIDA insurance. He put down $700. That's all you need for now, just to get the seasoning. I'm not saying put the $700 down and just go running freight. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about startup costs. When you start in a business, your initial upfront costs, you want to keep it down to some extent. You don't want to, you know, you want to keep the expenses, you know, manageable. You know, going out there dropping $3,000-4,000 on insurance just to say that you got A-rated insurance don't make sense. It don't make sense. So You can't sit here and tell me it makes sense. I'm making money. You know, since I got my authority, I've been doing about 5 to 6K a week. And I be home on the weekends, somewhere about 5 to 6K a week, somewhere in there. You know, 4,800 to about 4,700, somewhere in there, depending on what's going on in the week. This week, I don't think I did that good. I probably did right around 5K this week. I booked a load just a while ago for 1,000. This load here is paying 1,050. I ran a load yesterday for 1,300. A load before that paid 950, and then the load before that one paid 1, 2, 3, 4. And the load before that one paid, I think that load paid 900 or something like that. So yeah, I'm doing about anywhere from 4,800 to about somewhere about 4,700, something like that. I think I had one $6,000 week. That week was crazy. That week was crazy. I was hitting $1,200 loads back to back, and they was real short, right? Like I was running like 200-300 miles. I was just running around South Carolina and Georgia. It was just crazy, just woo 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 woo. And once I sat back and calculated, I was like, damn, I just did 6,200, and I ain't even go nowhere. And it was crazy because I ain't really burned no fuel. You know, like I think I filled up 1.5 times. That was a crazy week. But this week I'm probably gonna do about 5,200, and I'm gonna be home. I'm probably gonna be home tomorrow night or something like that, because I got a load going up to Richmond, and then I just booked the load coming out of Richmond, coming right back down to Atlanta, Georgia. So, and I'm keeping all that money. Yeah, I'm keeping all this money, and like, let me see. Let's see, 2 of these loads was an Uber Freight load, so I don't have to factor Uber Freight. And one of these loads is a C.H. Robertson load, and the other load is a Coyote Logistics load. So, okay, yeah, 3 loads gonna be factored and 2 loads not. So, I'm probably gonna be paying about $90 in factoring fees. $90. Now, if I was at Traveloco, I would be giving away $500. You know what I'm saying? Pulling the same freight. This is the same freight. Now, let me tell y'all something. When I say the same goddamn freight, when I was at Traveloco, I used to pull C.H. Robertson, Coyote, Uber Freight, Scott Logistics, Nolan Transportation. It's like maybe 5 brokers that I used to mess with on a regular basis when I was at Traveloco. I got my own authority. I'm messing with the same goddamn brokers. Same brokers. So, and you can go back in my videos. You can go back in my videos when I was at Traveloco. I'm telling y'all, you know, I make videos saying, yeah, I got this load. I'm telling y'all. So, now running on my own authority, I'm keeping the money. I'm doing the same stuff. Same truck and trailer. Same equipment. It's just the numbers on the truck change. So instead of paying, so this same 5,200, if I was at Traveloco times 88%, $5,200 times 0.88, I would be bringing home 4,500. 4,576 minus 5,200. Traveloco would take $624. That's Uh-oh, I want a bid. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. I just got an email from Uber Freight from a load I just delivered. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure ain't no pertinent information in there. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all think I be playing. Y'all think I be playing. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find something to cover. Trying to find something to cover something up. Will this work? Let me see if this gonna work. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Maybe I can use. Maybe I can use this spoon right here. Okay. See what it say there? Uber Freight. Hello. It says. Hold on. Let me see. That's a load number. It ain't nothing important. It's just a load number. So it says, thank you for submitting the POD for load number blah blah blah. We blah blah blah. What it say? It says something about delivering the load. We process the payment. You should receive the payment within, what did it say there? So that's what it is. Let me see what else. But yeah. My bad, y'all. I got off track. So I'm just telling y'all. I'm just pulling back the curtain. That's all I'm doing. I'm pulling back the curtain and just showing y'all what the big mega companies don't want to show you. They don't want to show you this stuff. So if you watching my channel, the select few guys out here that's watching my channel, I got about 25, 26, 2700 subs. If you watching my channel, I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm just showing y'all what they don't want to show y'all. They don't want you to see this. You know, Snyder don't want you to see this. Snyder don't want you to. Hold on, y'all. So Snyder, JB Hunt, all these big companies out here, they don't want you to see this. They don't want you to see how easy it is to get your authority. How easy it is to run your authority. They don't want you to see this. Okay? They don't want you to they don't want you to do that. You know, they don't. Snyder don't want you to make 35-40% more money above what they're paying you. They don't want you to see that. How did you, let me see, Alex Express said, how did you fix the Virginia IFTA yesterday? I just, if you watch the video, I tell you how I fixed it. It wasn't anything going wrong with the Virginia section. When you're doing the IFTA, you got to make sure all the miles add up to the gallons. So everything has to add up. So if a number is off, it won't calculate right. So it was an error on my part. So when I put in like 169 for one state. I think I put in 169 for like Tennessee or something like that. It's supposed to go, it's supposed to read 167 or something like that. So I had the wrong stuff in there. With Virginia, I think you have to put 2 for Virginia. Virginia has a surtax, so you gotta put, because there's a difference between the difference in fuel tax for the gas, and I think there's a difference between diesel and gas. So what they have to put, you have to put in Virginia, which is that the surtax is 0.20, and then you got to put in the diesel fuel tax, which is 0.35 or something like that. And I think they take the difference and charge you the charge you the rate. I think. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think. So with Virginia, you got to put 2, so that way they can calculate the. I don't know why they do it like that, but you got to put 2. They don't do it correctly. It don't matter, man. You know, long as you calculate some miles and calculate some fuel, it don't really matter, because it's just like the IRS. The IRS the only money IRS know about is what you tell them. So if you tell IFTA, if you only tell them that you only did 10,000 miles in a month, well, you have to calculate the 10,000 miles with the fuel in a month. You know, they don't know no better. Now, if they call you in for an audit, now you gotta come. You have to get all your fuel receipts and all your bills and stuff, and you're gonna have to come in and go and do an audit. But you know, I mean, with Traveloka, they got a computer system that handled all that good stuff. So for what I understand, because that's what Vanessa, I called in one time and I had some questions about their IFTA program. I was considering doing my own IFTA with Traveloka. She said, no, we don't recommend that because we're using their fuel card, and their IFTA program, that it keeps up with all the IFTA and stuff like that, it's tied in, the fuel card is tied into their IFTA reporting. So you have to use their fuel card. So if I was to use my own fuel card with Traveloka, it would throw the system off, because they would have to manually go in and add those fuel stops that I made with my own fuels, with my own fuel card. So that's more the reasons why you should get your own authority. So you have to deal with a third company BS. You know, they overcharging you for stuff. They're taking some of your money. They marking stuff up. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for people making money, but I think, you know, you shouldn't be taking all guys' money. Like they just be charging, man. Like they just be charging. It's like with Traveloka, they charge you 12%, and you got to get your own place, and you got to buy insurance, and you got to pay for direct deposit, and you got to pay for this, and you got to pay for that, and you got to pay for IFTA. That's not a good deal. Like, It'd have been cool if it was like 12% and includes the plates. Because I've seen some carriers that you can lease on to that they charge a flat rate and they just pay you. It includes the plates, it includes the insurance, it includes all the miscellaneous fees. It's very few companies that do that. But it was this company I was looking at leasing on to. They haul mail. It's a mail carrier. They pay a flat rate. I think it's like $1. I think it's like the $1.40 plus fuel surcharge. It's $1.40 plus fuel surcharge. So with the fuel surcharge, it probably brings your rate up to about like $1.60. So it's $1.60 flat rate. That includes insurance, plates, everything. And you just get paid straight mileage. So, you know, if you do fuel surcharge changes every couple weeks. But if fuel surcharge is like 20 cents a gallon, 21 cents a mile, $1.40 plus $1.40 plus 22 cents a mile, it'll probably bring your effective rate up to $1.62 a mile times, say you do 3,000 miles in a week. That's 4,800. That ain't too bad. You gonna gross 4,800, right? You don't have to pay insurance. You don't have to pay plates or nothing. So that's not bad to make 4,800. All you got to pay for is fuel and your truck payment. So if your truck payment $700 a week minus fuel will probably be like $1,000, and minus some other expenses, that's $3,000 a week. You know, anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000 a week. That's not bad. I forgot the name of the mail carrier, but it's a power only. So, and then you have to worry about a trailer because you pull in their trailers. That's a good deal. I forgot the name of the company. It's a mail hauling company, and you know it's light freight because you pull in mail. So sometimes you run empty. So I forgot the name of the company, but they haul mail. It's a mail carrier. That's not bad. So if you do 2,500 miles in a week times $1.62, you make $4,000 in a week minus $700 a week truck payment minus fuel. You don't have to pay insurance because insurance is included. Insurance, fuel, minus some other expenses maybe, and then you know you just put back maybe $300-400 a week for maintenance on the truck. Yeah, you know you still taking home $2,000 a week. You know, $2,200, $2,300. You know, so that's not bad. There's a few carriers out there that work like that. Because all I run, let me see, Newhouse say all I run is New York and PA. And my IFTA was $850 last quarter. $850? Damn. I know PA high, but damn. Damn. I mean, Pennsylvania is a high state. That's when I was at Snyder. Newhouse, how much your IFTA bill was that? How much was your IFTA when you was at Snyder? Tell me that, because when I was at Snyder and I used to run PA, I used to run a lot in PA because the rates just be good. But when you got IFTA bills like that, you got to look at. That's what I be trying to tell y'all. When you running all over the country, you got to pay all these states that you run into. And when you get $800 IFTA bills, I don't know, man, if this is worth that. The rate got to be high enough to offset these bills. So, let's see, $850, you know, it's probably like $7 $7.75 because they charge us $75 processing fee. So it's $7.75 divided by 3. 2, 4, 6. So you're looking at about $225 a month, $250 a month, something like that. $250. Yeah, you're looking at about $250 a month. So when I used to run up there in Pennsylvania and then come back down, I used to have almost $300 IFTA bills. You know, because at Snyder they bill it monthly. They bill the IFTA monthly. So at that last settlement of the month, Snyder usually take the IFTA out of that settlement. So I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, man. I don't want to say that they're doing it wrong. You just got to pay attention to what states that you're running into. And Pennsylvania is a high state to run into because their road tax is just high. They have a high road tax. Pennsylvania is like 60 cents a mile, man. That's very expensive. Very expensive. South Carolina is 16 cents. Alabama is 21 cents. Georgia is 32 cents a mile. So you just gotta be careful. It's either New York State or in Pennsylvania. Those are very high expensive states. Massachusetts, Connecticut, all those New England states, they have high IFTA road tax because they have to salt the roads. They have to repave the roads all the time. It's very expensive to maintain those roads up there, which makes sense why their road tax is high. But at the same time, when we're looking at these rates, you got to make sure that you're making enough money to offset that. So if you got $850 IFTA bills for the quarter, that equates to about $260 a month. So $260 a month. Let me get my calculator. $7.75 divide 3. Yeah, it's $260 a month. I was right on. So $260 divided by, let's say you run 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Okay. That's 20 work days a month. Roundabout. We averaging. So it's about 20 work days a month. So I'm going to do 260 divided by 20. So you're looking at $13 a day. So on a load that you book, you got to book $15 to $20 per load. You got to book loads. When you book a load and you're negotiating a rate, you got to negotiate about $15 extra on top of that load to pay for this IFTA. That's what you got to do. With all the other crap you got, you know, so like I say, how I calculate a rate on a load and how I decide on whether I should take a load or not, I say a lot of it is emotional because some loads I just like. I like the load. I know the customer. It's like, I want that load. I want it. But a lot of times I sit down and I'll calculate, okay, my rate for my truck to just sit here is $300 a day. And then I factor in the gas, I factor in the fuel and stuff like that. The truck, you know. But for my truck to just sit here is about $300 a day. So whatever I do, I got to make at least $300 a day, which is easy. But it's just a number to work with. So in Newhouse's situation, you would do $300 a day plus 15 or plus 13. 260 divided by 20. 20 working, 20 business days in a month. I mean, you can work weekends or whatever, but 20 business days in a month, roundabout. maybe 25, 22, 23 business days in a month. But for the sake of this conversation, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see if these guys done. They back here talking. But yeah, that's just something you gotta think about when you're looking at $850 IFTA bills. I mean, new house, that bill could be accurate. It could be accurate, but it's just, you just gotta factor in when you booking loads. Okay, new house said, because I paid the same areas when I was with Snyder, and I paid $350 for the whole year. Oh, okay. They very well get your own authority, new house. You throwing away money. They hitting you with the, I don't know if what percentage you own. You know, I don't know if you on the 12% pay package, or if you on the 15%, 20%, if you getting 80% or 88% or 90%. But what I've been get your own authority, man. Because the thing is, new house, it seems like you got a good relationship with the brokers that you working with up there. I'm sure new house transportation would be great for your brokers. And if your brokers that you work with now find out that you got your own authority, they would love to work with you. Like when I told a handful of my brokers that I was going to get my own authority, it was a done deal. It was like, they was like, oh man, congratulations, man. Just let me know when you get all set up. Give me a call. Give me a call. So when I finally got my authority, I called up some of the brokers I was running with Travel Loco. Done deal. You're gonna do just fine, man. You know, new house transportation. I'm just trying to tell you. New house trucking, whatever you want to call it. Is California capital produce for America? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know too much about produce. Not too much. Thank you, John. I'm gonna call you for help soon as. It's all good, man. You can just email me at jhtrucking45@gmail.com. You can call me anytime, man. I give you my phone number when you email me. It's all good. $5 to $6K a week. Let's see. Sin, I'm getting my authority. I have to wait 3 more to get my authority. Tavon, man, shoot. The rates that you've been telling me, the rates that you've been posting up here, I don't even think you need your authority. I don't think you need your authority, man. Tell you the truth. How often does a load on the board that you call on is not available? Dry bone. Not too often. Not too often. Because I book loads off broker boards. Only time I go on the DAC board or something like that is when I'm in an area that doesn't have a lot of freight between the brokers that I work with. I go through a rotation of my brokers. I'll go through Coyote, because at Coyote I got like 3 brokers I work with at Coyote. 3 brokers. I'll go through rotation. I'll go through Coyote, C.H. Robinson. It's about 3 brokers I work with at C.H. Robinson. I'll go through C.H. Robinson if I don't see nothing, because between C.H. Robinson and Coyote, I get the best rates as a new carrier. As a new carrier, those are the places I get the best rates as a new carrier. because those brokers, they know me, and a lot of times those brokers call me. I don't have to really call maybe twice, and I'm gonna get the load, because once you got that relationship, the broker knows what you're looking for, and he'll call you, and it'll be a productive phone call. You don't want to have unproductive phone calls, because you be calling 20 brokers. That's a waste of time. It's better that you work with 2 or 3 brokers that know your truck and know what kind of rates you're looking for, so that way when he does call you, it's going to be a load that you want. You get, maybe he'll probably call you maybe twice. The first load be like, nah, I don't like that load. But then he'll call you the second time. Yeah, okay, now you got a load I'm interested in. Let's negotiate. So I'll go through rotation. C.H. Robinson Coyote. I go through Nolan Transport. I'll go through Scott Logistics. I'll go through it's about 4 or 5 brokerages that I'll go through, and I'll just circulate through those. And then I'll go on the DAC board and kind of skim that real quick. I'll go on the 1, 2, 3 board and skim that real quick. So the only time that I'll call on a load and the load isn't there, from what I'm seeing, it's usually on the DAC boards, or the 1, 2, 3 board. It's like 50% chance of getting that load. I'll call on a load off the 1, 2, 3 board. Like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, that load is gone. On the DAC board, it's more of a 75% chance. But then once you go on the actual broker's boards, those loads sit on there for a long time before somebody actually book them. So because the DAC board, those are public boards. The 1, 2, 3 boards, those are public boards. And like with Coyote, C.H. Robinson, and TQL, and Scott Logistics, Nolan Transportation, DART, Night Transportation, XPO, you got to have a password and log in. You got to be set up with these brokers to actually get on their boards, and you have to have a account manager assigned to your truck. So it makes things quicker. So to make the long story short, not too often. It's not too often. It's, because there's so many trucks out here. You might get in a situation like that maybe 2 times a week or something, where you call on a load and the load is already gone, it's booked. Oh, I'm sorry, we already covered that load. So maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So I don't know if that answers your question or not. Yeah, the 1, 2, 3 board. I know Jeffrey L likes the 1, 2, 3 board, but me personally, I just haven't had much success off the 1, 2, 3 board. Me personally, I always go back to the DAC board. Like all the brokers that's on the 1, 2, 3 board, they always lowballing me on the rates. The loads, most of the time, are gone, but when you call on them, or they don't pick up the phone or something like that. Like on the 1, 2, 3 board, I gotta go through 3, 4 brokers to actually get somebody to pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying the 1, 2, 3 board is a bad board. I'm just saying from my experience, I have more success with the DAC board. The DAC board is probably like 2nd or 3rd on my list. Like I'll go through Uber Freight, I'll go through C.H. Robinson, Coyote, TQL, XPO, Night Logistics, DART, all these other carriers boards before I go to DAC. And if I can't find nothing on those boards, I'll go to the DAC, and I'll go on the DAC and look around. Okay, Okay, I'll pick maybe 2. I have 2 loads that I'm looking at. I'll put it in my favorites. And I'll be like, okay, I'll think about that. Then I'll go on the 1, 2, 3 board. But it's rare. It's rare. So like I may go on the 1, 2, 3 board or the DAC board maybe once or twice a week, just to give you an idea. Because most of the time I'm booking loads off the brokers boards, the carrier, the big boards. So there's, you know, so I can't wait till I get 6 months, because I want to get set up with Snyder. So I know Snyder got some freight, and Snyder has got a customer by my house. Snyder's got a Frito-Lay customer by my house. Snyder's got a packaging company, Griffin Packaging, by my house that I like to run. The brokers usually pay very, very good on the load. Snyder's got a customer. What's the name of that place? It's out of McDonough. I forgot the name of the place, but they got that. So I want to be able to pull those loads, and I got to get 6 months to get set up with Snyder. But once I do, it's on and popping. It's on and popping. Let's see, Newhouse say exactly, Alex, cause if all I run is these states, the fuel I buy should cancel out. Yeah, you're right. Cause now that I'm thinking about it, what I used to do is buy fuel in South Carolina, then go up into Pennsylvania. You right, Newhouse, you right. You right. Because I used to buy my fuel like South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, then go up in Pennsylvania. You don't want to do that because you be in the negative. Because you run around in this state that's got 60 cents a mile if the tax, when you just bought fuel that's 19 cents, 16 cent fuel tax, 30 cent fuel tax. You're going to run around in the state with this fuel. You're going to be in the negative. You're going to owe this state 30, 40 cent a mile. You know, if I buy fuel in Georgia, that's 32 cent a mile if the tax, and I go in Pennsylvania that's got 60 cent a mile fuel tax, I'm going to be in the whole 35, 45, 55. I'm going to be in the whole 25 cent a mile. And you start racking up 2,000 miles worth of that, that's expensive. That's expensive. That's a big IFTA bill right there, because you're in the negative. It's best to buy fuel in a high IFTA state, buy cheap fuel in a high IFTA state, and then you get some money back. You know, but that's why I don't like running in Pennsylvania too much, because you gotta wait. You gotta wait 3 months to get that money back. You know, you gotta wait a couple weeks to get that money back, a month to get that money back. You know, to get that refund off your IFTA back. So, Trevon, let me see, AliExpress, are you going to allow owner operators to lease onto you? I might. I'm gonna wait a year. I'm not in a hurry. I feel like I'm making plenty of money, but get my authority as an investment. So when years to come, I want to build this thing up to where it's solid. I want to have, because I don't know what I'm doing at this point. So I'm looking at different systems. So just like with Jeffrey L., he took the time and did his research and figured out a system. I don't have a system. So if I was to hire a couple guys on my authority, I can probably pay you, but as far as having a system down for fueling and IFTA and having a way for you to, it's just a process, you know. Like my factoring company, I can issue out fuel cards to employees. You know, I can do all kind of stuff with my factoring company. So if I have some guys leased to me, just send me the bills and the rate card. I'll send it to my factoring company. I'll get you paid. But that's all I got at this point. So at this point, it's going to take me a year to build a system where I can hire guys on. At this point, if I hired some guys, I wouldn't even know what I would be doing. So I need to learn the paperwork on hiring, hiring procedures of hiring a contractor, what my legal rights are and stuff like that, and taxes. I don't how to set with my LLC is just I right now I'm just good just by myself. But at this point, truth be told, if I was to hire a guy, I just wouldn't know what I'll be doing. I can figure it out as I go, but I don't want to set nobody up like that. So I'm going to run a year by myself, and then next year I'll reevaluate and look at some systems to bring on guys, a fleet of 5 to 10 trucks, and see what that looks like, and see like, okay, if I got a fleet of 5 to 10 trucks, I'm going to need 5 or 10 fuel cards. I'm going to need 5 or 10 IFTA stickers. I'm going to need 5 or 10, have to get a payroll system together. How much it costs to pay guys. I don't know what percentage to pay guys. Like, I know Jeffrey L. and a lot of other guys, Trucker Coach, they paying guys 80%. But I don't know. So that's just where I'm at. But eventually I will, because that's the whole point of getting your authority, to grow. So I know y'all look at me as the trucking guru, but I'm still learning, man. So I figure it out, and once I figure it out, then I'll move forward with doing it. John, do you have to put 2 IFTA parts for Indiana and Kentucky? I have no idea, because I don't travel in those states. Once I start traveling in those states, then I'll figure it out. Kentucky, I know Kentucky, you got to pay a separate IFTA for Kentucky. I did that on my website, because I have a KYU number. I have to file 0. But Indiana, I'm not sure about Indiana. I'll check it out. Do you see my comment? Yeah, I see your comment. PA is what? Damn, Newhouse, are you crazy? Damn. PA is 74 cents. Well, they say a gallon, but I say a mile. It's either mile per gallon, however you look at it. Because when you buying the fuel, it's 74 cents. But then when you actually run in the truck, they charge you based on the movement of the truck and the gallons. So it depends on how you look at it. But yeah, 74 cents a gallon? Damn. That's high. That is high. Wow. I mean, but yeah, PA, they got to salt them roads every year. And they got to repave the roads every 2-3 months. They got to repave the roads. You got employee pension funds. And Pennsylvania's a big ass state. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them for it being that high. New York is 36 cents. That ain't too bad. So basically, you got to buy fuel in Pennsylvania. Because if you buy fuel in New York, you're going to owe. If you buy fuel in New York and go running a bunch of freight in Pennsylvania and come back out and go home and go to New York, you're going to be in the negative, because you got to buy fuel in Pennsylvania to offset. You got to balance it out. You got to buy some fuel in PA, some fuel in New York, so that way it'll balance out. I would say buy just enough fuel in PA just to get a shower, and fill up in New York. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I would, go, fuel up 50 gallons, because I know Travel Local, they use they get a discount at Love's. So go to Love's, get that discount, get about 50 gallons just to get a shower, then shoot across New York State, then fill up. That way, if you do that maybe once or twice a week. If you do that, I say once a week, that'll keep you with some fuel on the books in Pennsylvania. And then that'll keep you, it'll keep your expenses, your weekly fuel bill for the week low. So that way, because I know Pennsylvania fuel is expensive, man. You'll be looking at $600 to fill up. And if you do that 3 times, 4 times, and you do that 3-4 times in a week, it's expensive. And toll roads are exempt miles. Okay. Toll roads. So you talking about Pennsylvania toll roads? Exempt? Oh, okay. They probably charge you for the miles that you running on toll roads. If you ran a whole bunch of toll roads, okay, you at 88%. And authority is, yeah, man, you already set up for it, because you got relationships with brokers and stuff like that. So, it sounds like you know what you're doing. You know how to negotiate good rates. So I would go ahead and apply for your authority, put down for insurance, and let it sit for about 2 months. I would say April, June. I say July, you would be good to go. And then in July is trucking season. So May, June, July, that's trucking season. So if you apply now, if you already applied, let's see, April, June, you should be ready to pull some freight. I say the end of June, July, something like that. Because when you get your authority, you want to shop around and see. Because I've called up probably about 30 brokers. When I got my authority, I called up 30 brokers about trying to get an idea on who can I pull for and who I can't pull for. So I would say after 30 days, start calling up brokers and just see who you can pull for. Say, hey man, I got this insurance. Can I pull your freight? I'm a new carrier. Just tell them straight up. And they appreciate that. I'm looking for some new customers. I'm looking for new business. And I'm just, I'm trying to solicit my truck. Hold on, y'all. I'm just watching these guys in the back here. Let me see. Water loads out of Lee, Florida, 1100 to Orlando. Yeah, I believe you. Cool, Columbia. I believe you. They moving a lot of water. I've been getting the emails, 3-4 emails a day about water loads. I mean, it'd be like crazy appointments that I don't want to run. They'd be like 2 o'clock in the morning appointments. 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning appointments. Ain't nobody getting up at no 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to run no water load, man. Not at the rate that he trying to pay. You book 3 of them. Yeah, that's $3,300 right there. It's $3,300. Oh yeah, hold on. Is that a broker? Sin Logistics? Okay, I'll write that down. Sin Logistics. Wrote that down. Appreciate that. Cool, Columbia. Appreciate that. I just bought a truck trailer going to work at Prime for 3 months and 6 months, then going under my own authority. A lot of people don't like the idea, but I'm going for it anyway. Hey, man, do it. That's a good idea. Go and run for a company for about 6 months, then run. Yeah, I would do it. Because Prime is a good place to get the training. You learn how to run a logbook. I mean, yeah, I would do it. You know, I mean, you know, make sure you got some savings. You know, hiring people is a nightmare until you got at least $1 million in the bank or a credit line. That's what I said. That's what I said, man. Like, guys think it's a joke. You know, like when I made that video about having some cash in the bank, y'all think it's a joke. You think you just can hire people on and just be like willy-nilly and whatever. No, man. I need to make sure you have some cash in the bank. This video going on an hour long, man. My bad. This video way too long. I know it. 404, you got my money. I know, right? That's all I need. Some drivers talking about, hey, man, where my money at? I delivered that load, man. Give me my money. Please subscribe my channel for no reason. Prime is letting you lease on your truck and trailer with no experience. Yeah, them water places, they 24 hours. I mean, the water place in Atlanta over there, that place 24 hours, man. It's automated. I just happened to look through the warehouse. They got people that work in there, but they have robotic forklifts that work in that place. You know? Robotic forklifts. So like, which is good, because you got a robotic forklift, you know, it's gonna make sure it's gonna position the freight on the trailer perfectly every time, so you don't be overweight. You can go in that place, pick up a load, and set your tandems the same way and pick up I don't know how many loads, and all the loads will come out the same weight every time. Yeah, robotic forklifts. Yeah. The name of the place is Niagara Waters or something like that. I know some places still use people, you know, Nestle out of High Springs. You ever been down there to High Springs, Florida? There's a Nestle plant. They ship water out of there. Down there in Tampa, is it Tampa? You got Zephyr's Hills. Zephyr's Hills, they ship water down there in Zephyr's Hills, Florida. And there's another water place, Lee, Florida, like you talking about. And Ocala, Florida, there's a water place down there. And it's a bunch of water places everywhere, but Niagara Waters, they're the ones that's using robotic forklifts. So these warehouses are unmanned. Like, you'll see some people working in there, but the loading of the trucks and stuff like that, they're robotic. They're robotic. You just see a pallet and a machine with a little flashing light just riding around with some freight. It's just funny. It is so funny. But yeah, man, this video an hour and 24 minutes long, man. But if you got any questions, man, you know, life questions, you just want to talk, man, you can email me your number, man, some questions or whatever at jhtrucking45@gmail.com. And I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.